Live from Las Vegas, Nevada. You're watching Shaking It Up with the Sharks. Starring Johnny Richardson and Katie Meadows.
Welcome back to Shaking It Up with the Sharks. We have a treat for you tonight. I have something that everybody's looking for in the new year, and that's going to be fitness. Getting guns, getting into shape, and no better person to bring on but Ray Marin, the man, the Mac Daddy, everybody. What's going on, my friend? Thanks for coming on.
Hey, no problem. It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. Normally, when we're spending time together, you're busting our butts in the gym,
Yep.
But this is better off. We're not getting a sweat or maybe sweat behind the lights, but now we're hanging out and hearing your stories, so thanks for taking the time tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Definitely good stuff. So you're out here in Vegas tearing it up now. I'm just always curious what brings somebody to Vegas. What brought you out here? What was that moment? Like, I got to get out to Vegas and bring my gift out there and show Vegas people what I'm doing.
Well, pretty much I've been thinking about moving for a while.
Really?
For probably a good year.
Okay.
I moved. And I was always down to Vegas. I was here like every month anyways. Or out
Were
in
you partying or
No,
working?
I was just traveling
Okay.
every month because I could. Then I was going to California because I was getting ready for competitions and stuff. So I was training with my coach in California and stopping by Vegas a lot. So I was like, might as well just move there. So I had some little things going on in where I lived in Wyoming, so they kind of stopped me from being able to come out. But as soon as I seen the opportunity, I kind of just went for it. And it's mainly because I wanted to expand my business, and I told myself I wanted to help more people out the next year, because that's mainly what my main goal is, to help as many people as I can, inspire them, and kind of change their life a little bit. So I knew like a bigger city would be the place to do it. So it was either going to be here or maybe California. And yeah, just came out here and took the risk.
What made you decide not to do California?
Mainly, I would say maybe because Vegas is more affordable.
Okay.
And then once my money kind of came up a little bit, I could just choose where I wanted to go. But I knew starting out was going to be a struggle. So I knew California was a lot more expensive. So I didn't want to take that big of a risk, but Vegas was still taking a risk for me. So.
Gotcha. That's why a lot of people aren't going to California or coming out of California anyway.
Yeah.
Right or
everybody's
wrong.
coming out here now.
Yeah, definitely. They're venturing out. Shit, like, why go in there if everybody's leaving the state at that time?
Yeah. And I mean, there's a lot of like things going on in California. It was just kind of going to shit. So, in my eyes, so I just chose Vegas.
How long you been in Vegas for?
Vegas, I've been here for 10 months.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I thought it was longer for
I
some
did
reason.
too.
Yeah. You've
It
done a
feels
lot
like-
for being here 10
I
months.
thought you've been here a while.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
feels like, I mean, like, you always feel like you could do more, but
Yeah.
I feel like I've done quite a bit too. So.
Now, what about Wyoming? Did you grow up in Wyoming? Like,
No, I actually grew up in California.
okay.
I grew up in Southern California. I was there until I was probably like 16 years old. I moved to Wyoming for about 10 years, 10, 11 years. And honestly, I didn't really like it the whole time.
You
For
have
10 or
family there?
11 years?
Yeah.
That's a long
Yeah.
time to
Yeah.
not like something.
I mean, I wanted to move like probably 5 years ago, I was like, I kind of want to get out of here.
Okay.
I kind of just got stuck there working, but yeah, it's just too cold. Too cold.
Yeah.
Was that the roughest part, it being cold?
That, and it's just, I feel like there's a lot of small town mentality.
Okay.
Like people just don't want to expand. Like they're kind of comfortable where they're at, which is fine because most people, that's what they want. But I knew I wanted something bigger. So that's
Okay.
what, kind of just like, it limited my mentality, and it kind of limited like my goals and dreams that I wanted.
And when you were out in Wyoming, were you helping people with fitness the whole time, or did you have a side gig you were doing as well? Because it was a little different mentality out there. It was kind of tough pushing your coaching and so on and so forth.
To be honest, I guess before I moved here, I was working at a coal mine.
Okay.
And I was really big into like competing and stuff like that. So I had a lot of people asking me questions and stuff like that. So I did a lot of helping people out for free. And I didn't do in-person training until I got here.
Okay.
But I was doing online training. So I had people from all over. It wasn't just there. To be honest, I never wanted to be a personal trainer.
No?
No.
You had zero interest?
I never thought it would be, so.
Really? Mm-hmm. Were you pretty buff back then as well, though, and working on yourself? But you just said, I can do this myself, but I don't see myself being the coach that's going to train Michael Jordan or anything like that. You just didn't have that vision.
I know I wanted to help people.
Yeah.
I just knew that a lot of people that I was helping for free weren't really taking the advice. So I kind of got tired of like excuses. So I was like, I can never do this because I couldn't deal with excuses pretty much.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I was like, I could never be a personal trainer. But I knew like I wanted to help people. And now that I came here, now that I'm actually doing it in person, I love it a lot more because I could actually see people's lives changing, the people who want to put the work in. And it's actually really nice to see people like kind of get excited about, you know, their body and their life changing and their energy is getting better and their mood and everything else in their life's kind of like going like a domino effect as well. Like it's all carrying on to that.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I could see that as far as being a trainer. What's the success rate normally? Are you like an 80-20, 80% just let it go, they sign up and disappear? Because my understanding, that's what it is for gyms. A lot of people get a gym membership, they're in it 1-2 months and kind of disappears. Is it the same thing when you're training people?
I've had a lot of people fall off.
Okay. And I don't think that's a personal thing on you. I think that's just hurting people's like hurting cats, keeping people in the game. That's one of the toughest things out there.
I mean, I try to get into people's heads because I think a lot of people get embarrassed about when they fuck up and they don't know how to come back because they don't want to show you that they did, or maybe they have things going on and they have a hard time coming back, or just different situations. Anytime that they kind of take off, I think they don't feel good about coming back.
Okay.
And I try to get in people's heads because that's fine. Like life happens, there's things that happen. Sometimes you need to take care of things and you kind of need that balance. But you just got to remember where you want to be and then just get back on track when you're ready. So I see a lot of people fall off, and I think that's a big reason why, because then they have to pretty much start over again, which was the hardest part.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You know, somebody once said, you know, it's great to hit success, but one of the worst things is hitting a piece of that success and falling all the way back down to the bottom. It's actually worse off at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah.
We all go through struggles and hit a roadblock or thrown on our butt, but we get back up. But when you get a taste of it and then you go all the way back from step one, that's pretty rough. It definitely is. I'm sure you see it pretty often, huh?
Yeah, I mean, even myself, I've took a lot of losses in life.
Yeah.
So.
What kind of stuff?
I mean, it's nothing I ever gave up on.
Yeah.
But obviously, we have a lot of setbacks. It's kind of hard to get up from.
Okay.
Or sometimes we don't see, when we get back and start doing it again, we don't see it that fast. And that's why I can relate to people, because like they obviously don't see it coming back fast, so they just kind of get discouraged. So
everybody's looking for that quick result.
Yeah, I mean, and if it's something you want to do for a long time, then there's no rush. Like you don't need to have it now, you know.
Gotcha. I don't know about that with me. I'm a little anxious at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I do want to have it now.
Yeah. Well, I get impatient with things too, but I don't know. Just quitting doesn't.
Yeah, that doesn't
gonna help.
solve anything.
Yeah,
Definitely
I mean,
not.
That makes you feel worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not gonna get you anywhere.
Definitely not. I was talking about this with somebody the other day, and whether it's fitness, business, the list goes on and on. But a lot of times when you're in those beginning stages, sometimes those beginning stages are years. You know, fitness, it should be happening faster, but not overnight, unless you're like taking a bunch of steroids, I guess. But besides that, you're putting in months and months and months. And normally, like right here is when you're going to start seeing like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, some big results, right?
Yeah.
But people quit when they're back here like 3 months. They're like, oh, it's been 90 days.
Yeah.
And if they just stuck in where the massive results are normally whatever your run you are, a 100-day run, a half a year, are normally towards the end, correct? That's when you really start seeing the good stuff come out.
Yeah. And usually when people are about to give up is when things are about to start happening. Same thing in life. And that's kind of why I like fitness and I like the gym, because a lot of things that I learned in the gym, like kind of starting out, going through little struggles or trying to learn things, it's like, or choosing not to give up or push harder. Like all those things you learn in the gym, you can literally apply in life. If you apply those things in life, you could, like, there's no limit on how good you can look with your body. And same thing with life. There's like literally no limit on what you could do. And obviously it's going to be a lot faster when you have guidance. You throw somebody in a job and just tell them to figure it out. Like it's going to take them a lot longer. Instead of having somebody there kind of showing you how to do it until you're like ready to do it on your own. And then, you can be able to use that skill however you want, like depending on how good of a worker you are. So that's kind of why I do what I do. It's to be able to, because like I struggled a lot when I started. I literally had to learn everything on my own. Like I played with my body with a whole bunch of different diets. I watched a whole bunch of videos on how to train, and when you have that guidance, it kind of just gets you there a lot faster.
What about as far as videos you're watching? Was there anybody in specific that you're watching that was your go-to? Like reruns of Arnold Schwarzenegger from back in the 80s, that kind of stuff?
I mean,
Going way back.
I looked a little bit of Arnold, but not too much. I mean, I looked at like Flex Wheeler,
Okay.
Kevin Levrone, Ronnie Coleman. People who just, I like to train heavy, so people who are training heavy, training hard. Arnold trained pretty heavy too, though. But I looked at a lot of people who kind of bodies I wanted to have, and I looked at their style of training because I was like, if they train like that, then that obviously gives them that shape. Or if they diet this way, it probably gives them that shape.
Yeah.
So I tried a whole bunch of different things just to see how my body's reacted like to different ways. I've tried like dirty dieting, clean dieting. But yeah, there was a lot of people that I did follow, and just I would watch videos every day. Like I'd start my day with something motivational or like a workout video, and then I would go work out.
Okay.
Every day I was just like motivational videos or trying to learn like a new workout and stuff like that.
There were motivational videos to help you get going and get your day going, and then you watch workout videos after? Or the motivational videos
I was
were
always
workout videos?
Sorry.
No, it's all right. You're good.
I was just always watching videos. Like
Yeah.
all my free time was just watching videos or reading something just to try to get better at it because I was like obsessed with fitness at the time.
Gotcha. The reason why I ask is that I'll watch motivational videos constantly. They get me going, get me pumped up, and get you excited. It's definitely the way you program your mind in the beginning of the day and throughout the day.
Oh, yeah.
That'll take you to left or right or whichever way you're trying to go. And there's always good stuff when it comes to motivational videos. There's tons of stuff with professional athletes, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, or whoever it is, or Arnold Schwarzenegger, whatever your taste is. There's a ton of it out there.
Yeah.
And definitely it's better than listening to Goo Goo Dolls or whatever.
Yeah.
Does anybody even listen to Goo Goo Dolls anymore?
I know, you went way back in the day. Just put that out there.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely.
Johnny's probably low-key like watches it.
Yeah.
Like, does anybody watch it? I'm just trying to make sure
It's
I'm not the only
normally
one.
when I'm getting ready, brushing my teeth, a little Goo Goo. Like what songs they have that were cool, I don't remember.
No idea. Sorry, Goo Goo Dolls.
Definitely. What have you noticed as far as a common trait with females that are competing? Do you see them sticking more than males do?
It's so hard to say, but I noticed women. I'm going to compare it more to people who are putting in the work, because women, I feel like they can just handle a lot more pain.
True.
I feel like they can handle a lot more
Here
pain.
we go. You're stirring something
Yeah.
up now, Ricky.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But
True, I believe it.
well, naturally, women are supposed to be able to handle more pain.
Of course.
Because they give birth and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So biologically, they are able to handle more pain.
Oh boy, here we go.
But like you fight. Like once a woman has that mentality, she has it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's there. Like she's not gonna give up. It's so hard to say which one's. Because I mean, if a guy has that mentality, like there's nothing stopping him either,
Yeah.
So
Depending on the person then.
yeah, I think it just depends on the person. I've had guys who can't handle workouts.
Really?
I've had some girls
Have
too.
you had guys like quit on you first couple days or like this just too much?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to drop some names?
Not you, Johnny.
No.
Johnny Richardson.
Not you, Johnny.
Yeah. There you go.
No, it's just hard to say. I can't really say it's one because I think it depends on the person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still compete?
Last time I competed was last year in December. And then this year in February, actually, I think it was January 31st or something like that. It's when I injured my bicep. I tore my bicep, so I had to go through surgery.
Yikes.
So-
How long was that recovery?
Honestly, I feel like I'm still recovering.
Really?
Yeah, but I think I was starting to get the gym a little better 3-4 months after. And
Yeah.
then just from there, it's just been progressively loading and just slowly getting stronger. But I know it's not completely there, but it's pretty much there. So
Crazy.
I would say 9 months.
9 more months, you'll be good to go.
No, I'd say it probably took
9 months in the time? Okay.
This is like the first time I've actually been like good. I feel good to lift a little heavier.
What about when you're getting ready for competing? What is that like? How are you prepping yourself? What's your diet like? Is it super crazy mindset you have to have in that?
Yeah.
It is, because I see some people with stuff they're just eating in the gym and just miserable about it. It's got to be tough. How do you prep yourself and get ready for that?
If you're not in the right state mentally, I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
Because literally, that's all it is mental.
Okay.
You know, when you start putting in 3 hours in the gym and you have to eat all your meals along with everything else you're doing, and then obviously, like, you know, your food gets kind of dropped, your fat gets lower, and that's, you know, fat and carbs are your main sources of energy. So once you start losing all your fat in your body and you don't really have much energy coming in from your food, like, there's nothing that's going to make you move besides yourself. Like, there's been times where I've competed, not to make it sound like competing's bad, but like during the last weeks, I didn't even want to walk. Like,
Really?
I didn't want to do anything I didn't have to do. Like, walking alone was kind of like painful. Like, I just didn't want to
Really?
walk around, yeah. Or like just doing like a simple like chore, I didn't want to do it. So like really you have to like tell yourself, and it's all mindset. That's the only thing that's going to be able to push you to do it.
Crazy.
So do you think, I know you're not a fighter, you're more into competitions, but I've noticed when people are getting ready for a fight and just on a strict diet and everything else, some UFC fight they come out and they're just depleted of energy, kind of like what you're talking about,
Yeah.
just because they had to get ready for the weigh-ins. And that's worse even, because
Yeah.
they're going in taking punches to
Yeah.
the face and everything else. And we've seen some amazing fighters just fall apart in the first round because they didn't recover from when they
Well
got
enough,
ready
yeah.
for it, right? So
And
that's
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, it's all right. So that's the same thing you're going through. You're getting ready and you're putting your body through everything that last couple weeks to hit weight, get up there, look your best performance. So your body's like low on gas, huh?
Yeah, super low.
Yeah.
I mean, fighters, if they do it well enough, like it comes down to a science. They have to like rehydrate themselves and get their fuel back. That's like their advantage. And if they don't do it right, obviously they're gonna be fatigued. And like with bodybuilding, because obviously they're totally different spectrums. Because fighting you would have to perform, whereas bodybuilding you have to have more of a look. So when you're super depleted, you know, you flushed all your water out that last week. You got to make sure you're putting in the carbs right and at the right times. Because obviously, if you eat too much carbs and too much fats, you're gonna lose all your lines. You're gonna like all your lines that make you look shredded. You're gonna look watery. You're gonna look fat. And if you have too little bit, you're gonna still be shredded, but you won't be full enough. So you literally have to get like on point exactly and know exactly.
Right in the middle.
Such a science.
So where you have enough carbs but not too many overloaded.
Yeah, because then you get washed out. All your lines go away. So you have to be like the perfect balance of fullness and still have like deep lines. And you like, if you get a good enough on time, like just right as you're on stage, you know, you're obviously gonna look really good.
So you say your lines in your muscle and everything else that are
All
coming
your
out.
cuts, shreds, yeah.
Really? Man, have you seen some guys just totally screw up and they get up there and go to flex and they did too many carbs and they're just look like crap?
Yeah, I've done it too.
Have you?
So yeah.
Really?
I mean, not super bad, but yeah, I've done it a little over than what I was supposed to.
Really?
So.
Man, that little bit they go over, is it like just too much in the morning or a little bit? Is it even a little spoonful throw you off? What does that look like?
Yeah, it's pretty. It has to be pretty exact.
Really?
But yeah, because then it almost gives your body like a film of like water, like a watery look.
Okay.
So then you know you don't look dry, you don't look shredded anymore.
Really? Holy smokes, that's crazy. Definitely. A lot of guys that you've been up there and competed with and you watch competing, do people have it as they just wanted to hit that one level, compete one time in their life, or a lot of people are making it as a lifestyle?
You'd be surprised. There's a lot of people that just want to compete once,
Okay.
just to say they did it.
Really?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if that's what they want, that's great. But you find a lot of people who get on stage and just don't really try, don't really put any effort.
Really?
So it's kind of different from me because like every time I compete, I'm going there to win. You know?
Yeah. So the ones that just want to compete one time, they're not riding it to the max. They just want to get up on that stage one time and walk away.
Yeah, I mean, they might.
Could care less what happens.
Yeah, I met this guy actually at a competition. One of the awards is like a sword,
Okay.
and the only reason he was competing is because his son liked when he would give him swords.
Really?
Yeah. So
Really?
yeah, his son just liked seeing him on stage and getting a sword. So that's why he competed.
And he won the Sword of Hope. Or else he had to come back to a disappointment. It's like, hey, listen, son, Dad doesn't win them all. That is what it is.
Take his sword.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
leaving with one.
Yeah, I got you one at Toys R Us, this little blow up
He's gonna
thing.
have to go buy the sword.
Yeah, exactly. Figure something out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone has their reasons for it.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to mention too is stress levels. Super important too.
Really?
Like if you're stressing, I mean even a little bit, it fucks up your whole body.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. If you're having like a whole stressful morning, your body's fucked first stage.
Really? So like your workout's screwed up?
Yeah, like you're just not gonna look good. Like stress is so damaging your body, and when you're so low on body fat, it's a lot more noticeable.
Really? I had no idea.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know if you're pinpointing me here with this or what. I definitely run a high stress level on
Yes,
a
you
regular
do.
basis.
Yeah, I mean, it detriments your growth. Like your body looks so much better when you don't stress.
Really?
And like one time that happened to me at a competition was I was on my way to California. I already drove like probably 18 hours, and my car just shuts off on me. It was a BMW, and so first of all I had to get it towed, and then I obviously had to get a hotel, and then that car was in the shop the whole time. I was 2 days out from my competition, and I just had to tell myself, yeah, we'll just worry about it later, not stress about it. So I got a hotel. Like I had a plan. That's the first thing that you should do when you're stressed out is just have a plan, because once you have a plan and everything else is, you already know that everything's gonna be a workout,
Yeah.
So I just stayed in a hotel, chill, just kept eating my meals. Told myself next day I'm gonna go rent a car, just make my way back over there, and just worry about it later. So.
Yeah, so you didn't get pissed off or anything like that?
No,
Yeah.
I just didn't. I mean,
Because it was going to jeopardize you for everything else.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna cost money, but I
Right.
was just like, we'll just worry about it later.
Man, good for you. I would have been pissed. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to control that.
Yeah, but when you learn how damaging it is on your body, then it's like it's not worth it.
Start letting it go.
It's not worth it.
What
Yeah,
do you
and
mean by damaging? Like it just changes your
it'll change your whole.
physique?
Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll look like you're. It'll look like you're like a month or two out.
Really?
Yeah, you just fuck up your whole body.
When you're like a week or two out, and it'll
Yeah.
just that much, it'll change. Man, that's pretty wild. I had no idea to mess with that much. I know people get an angry face and they get stressed, but I didn't know
Yeah.
that whole impact on
Yeah,
your entire
yeah.
body. It's interesting.
If you got time, you could fix it. But if you're a day or two out, it's like, it's kind of harder to fix that.
Yeah, you're suffering pretty bad at that point.
Yeah.
So as far as being out here in Vegas now, what's your experience been like over the last 10 months? You're out in Wyoming, made it out to Vegas, and you're building up your business. What's the experience been like?
It's been pretty good.
Has it?
Yeah, I mean, at first it was a struggle. Obviously, starting a business, it's always going to be, but it's been pretty good. I've met a lot of good people. I've chose to go more into like inner growth and stuff. So like I've been able to meet a lot more people that I want to allow in my life, and kind of people that don't. And I mean, everything else has been going pretty good. I took the whole year pretty much to recover from my surgery. I'm starting to grow again, grow my muscles again. So and get bigger. So it's nice. I don't really go out too much. I literally just work and go to the gym.
Yeah.
So I haven't got to enjoy Vegas as much as I wanted to, but it's been going pretty good. A lot better than where I was last year.
Last year is a little bit more different mode. What was last year like?
Last year wasn't bad. It's just I was in Wyoming last year.
Okay.
So
where it was freezing cold and
It was
everything
freezing cold,
else. Yeah, definitely. When you're working in the mines, were you just dying to get out of there when you're in Wyoming?
I mean, sometimes we'd work 16-hour days. There was one time I had to work 48 hours straight.
Really?
You pretty much just get called on a job, and when it's finished, it's finished. Or then you get called to another job or whatever. So
48 hours straight. Do you
Yeah.
get a nap in the middle or anything?
yeah, obviously we would take naps.
Yeah.
I just needed more food.
Yeah.
If
Is
I
that
had
what
more-
brought you to Wyoming to work, or what brought you to Wyoming in the first place?
Yeah, so we moved because my dad got a job in the oil fields.
Yeah.
So we all moved out there.
Gotcha. So you're happy to be out of it now. It's been pretty good. There aren't too many mines or anything going on out here in Vegas, so you got to worry about.
We actually have some gold mines pretty close, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
mines,
Did
yeah.
you ever
Right,
consider it when you were coming out here?
I considered it
Okay.
just to have more of a money cushion. But I had to drive probably an hour to go to work. But I don't know, I told myself I didn't want to go back to a day job or anything like that.
Your focus was being an entrepreneur and working in your
Yeah.
field and helping people with fitness and so on and so forth.
Which actually though I ended up getting a day job out here for a couple months. I was a chef in Caesars.
Oh, were
one of the
you?
restaurants, yeah.
Which restaurant?
Water Grill.
Okay. How'd that go?
It went pretty good.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a smart idea, just have a cushion of money that's secure, because you never know. All my clients could just stop coming from one to another.
Anything could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I gave myself a little cushion and then quit, and then just been doing it ever since.
Really? When you walked in to quit at Water Grill, was that scary at that moment? They say, I'm going full-fledged into fitness. I'm running my business. When you walked in there, was that feeling like?
Yeah, I was nerve-wracking, but it was the way my schedule was trying to do that and that. It just wasn't. It was better for me to just get out of it, and I knew I was just gonna have to work harder, use that time for marketing or trying to find more clients and stuff like that.
Did you pull clients out of the restaurant at all? They're like, yeah, I want to come with you. I want to go. Did you?
One, yeah.
You got one now there? The rest of them didn't give a crap. They were just there and they're eating in the kitchen and getting chunky and all that good stuff, huh? So how'd you start gaining clients here in Vegas? When you start out, you're new to Vegas, you're from Wyoming, originally California, didn't know many people. That's what most people are scared of, going to a new place. I got to find clients. How'd you go about it?
Yeah, it was honestly a huge struggle because, like, I come to Vegas and I pretty much don't exist to anybody. Like, no one knows I'm here or what I do. So I had to really ramp up my social media. I started tagging places that were, like, in Vegas, or started, like, following people that are in Vegas, just trying to get, like, them more attention in, like, my Instagram. I've been doing, like, Instagram ads. I actually was passing out flyers to different businesses, like healthier places and stuff like that.
How was that when you were passing out flyers? Did you get business out of that?
I got a couple. I was leaving out some houses. I spent hours just dropping off at houses and then going to actually businesses that I would think people who want to get into fitness would be at or are already into fitness. So I was passing out flyers there. As I started getting a couple more clients, just kind of word of mouth. But yeah, pretty much, a lot of it's been through social media or doing ads or flyers and stuff like that.
Now, the people you're picking up through social media, is that mostly in person or is it on the online coaching for fitness?
When I do my ads, I target my audience, people that live in Vegas. So I prefer to do it in person.
Gotcha. But you still pick up online coaching clients.
Yep.
What are the success results like with people that are doing online coaching? Do you see a bigger fallout or people are engaged?
From the people who are successful, I think they make a lot more money online than they do in person.
Okay.
Because in person, it's so limited on the hours you can work, unless you want to work a crazy amount of hours just to make the money. Online, you can have a bunch more clients, and you can reach a lot more people. Yeah, and obviously, if you once you start growing your Instagram following and your image, you'll be able to reach out to a lot more people.
What is about the failure rate on the consumer side? Do you see more people fall off because it's online and they don't hold themselves as accountable as they would in person?
Honestly, I haven't had any gray areas. I've had just black and white.
Okay.
I've had just people who just stop responding.
Really?
I think it's for the same reason. They're just, they're embarrassed, or they got a whole bunch of things going on. They don't know how to keep up with both things or all the stuff they have going on, or they're just super hard workers and they do everything I tell them.
Yeah, it's one or the other.
Yeah.
So they'll just stop responding to you. So they'll have a bunch of workouts left and they just disappear off the grid. They're like, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah, I've had people pay for 6 months, a year, of worth of program, and a month later they just don't reply.
Really? Mm-hmm. Holy smokes, that's crazy. And people are that disappointed in themselves.
I mean, I try messaging them, telling them hey, I know there's things going on in your life. It's fine. I kind of want to teach you ways to kind of manage everything, because there's obviously a way. And I think that's why I got in the coal mine, because it's super busy.
Okay.
And trying to compete and do all that stuff. I was working 100 hours a week and trying to eat all my meals and still go through competition. I kind of proved myself that it's possible. It's super hard, but it's possible. So I use a lot of skills that I learned to try to help people out, but some people just don't reply. So.
Yeah, I guess people don't want to look at themselves in the mirror and just be like, man, I gave up on myself. I screwed up. They just don't want to hear it. They ignore you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard thing.
I could see that. Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
What is some of your biggest success stories been? Have you taken people that were 300 pounds and got them all chiseled out? Or somebody had 10 babies and now they're on Playboy magazine or anything like that?
I had somebody who was pretty fat, I guess you could say, but we ended up bulking him up 30 pounds. I think it was 30, 40 pounds. And he gained that much weight and got abs.
Okay.
And then we shredded him
And
down.
he was chunky before that.
Yeah. So he actually looked better 40 pounds heavier.
Really?
Yeah. And then we shredded him down, I think, another 40, 50 pounds after we bulked him up to get ready for competition.
Really?
Yeah. So he was I think he was probably 5% body fat competing.
And what percentage body fat was he when he started?
I don't know. If I had to guess, maybe 30, 40.
Jeez, that's a big difference.
Yeah, he was probably
Yeah.
15, 20% after we bulked him 30 pounds.
Yeah.
So
And
we
then
pretty
down
much
to
just shaped
5.
his body, yeah.
Pretty crazy.
How long was that process?
Honestly, he was such a hard worker. It took us 4 months to bulk him up and probably another 4 months to shred him down.
Really? So 8 months, he had a killer body.
Yeah. But
He had no dates on Tinder, and then he had dates out the gazoo.
No, he didn't. I don't even think he cared about that.
Yeah,
No.
he didn't care.
He did more work than I even told him to.
Really?
So, yeah.
He wasn't messing around. Man, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I think that's where people probably get it messed up, and I've been guilty of it myself. They're just looking at the weight on the scale, got to get down to here, got to get down to here. But that's not necessarily the case, correct?
Yeah. So like you can, there's a lot of people who like the scale says the same thing every week. But I was like, does your body look better? He's like, yeah, I look better, I feel better, like my clothes fits better. Like, okay, so like a lot of the times like, you're burning fat at the same time when you're gaining muscle, and muscle weighs a lot more than fat. So sometimes the scale might say the same thing, but you're looking a lot better, you know?
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. What about as far as dieting as well? Do you help your clients out with dieting also?
Yeah, I try to push it more because dieting is the main thing that's going to shape you or help you perform or get stronger. That's literally what's going to like maximize your results, really.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where people probably skip or whatever else.
Yeah.
Let's face it, like being in a town like Vegas, you're invited out to dinner or wherever, so many good things out on the menu.
Oh, yeah.
Most people don't have the discipline to even pay attention. They're like, forget salmon and asparagus or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, I'm going to go for whatever it is and just eat like a pig tonight. And then
party.
Yeah, or go party and
Drink.
Yeah.
and drink all night.
And I try to teach people too, like it's fine to do those things. Obviously, like in moderation, because honestly, like I was telling you guys earlier, I eat In-N-Out and cookies every night, and I still stay shredded, you know?
Yeah.
Or at least somewhat lean. But
So that's part of your diet. So have a chocolate chip cookie, In-N-Out burger, some fries, and we'll have guns like yours, right?
yeah, that's the secret. That's the secret.
Yeah, there you go. So you do it once a day.
That's pretty
Yeah.
So when you do it once a day, do you do it at a certain time, like the beginning of the day?
Yeah, so I only have certain times where I do it. It's like it be before my training, after, or late at night. Which a lot of people say like late at night you shouldn't do it, but my body responds really well. Like I recover a lot when I'm sleeping, so I know my body's gonna be a lot tighter.
How many hours a night do you sleep?
Honestly, when my sleep's good or when my sleep's bad?
Well, how much do you sleep throughout the night total? Because I know you wake up, you've been with me super early in the morning. Your sleep schedule is probably all over, and it probably adds up. You get 4 hours here, 3 hours there. Am I correct?
Yeah. So I mean, at least 3-4 hours. The most I would say is 7.
Okay.
Unless I just happen to sleep in for some reason.
Even when you're getting ready for competitions, about 7 total?
Yeah, I know I should. Well, like last competition I did, I wasn't really sleeping much. I was sleeping 2 hours a night.
Really?
Yeah, because I was doing the coal mine thing, and then I was also day trading late at night. So I'd probably sleep like 2 hours, which is actually not good for you. That like your recovery and your growth, a lot of it happens in your sleep.
Okay.
So I should be getting like probably 7 hours of sleep when I'm competing.
Your day trading you mentioned, do you do any of that with clients, or is that mostly your own personal thing?
That's mostly my own thing.
Yeah.
Like we have a group like on Telegram where we teach people how to like trade crypto indices and forex and stuff like that. But mainly I just do it my own.
Yeah, mostly your own stuff. Everything else is fitness as far as your entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Where what direction you're going with that. What's your goal going into 2022? Are you planning? I know it's really important to you to help people and change their lives and put them on a good path. Do you have a goal and an intention that you're going out there changing like 2,000 people's lives, or what's your goal for 2022?
I mean, I wish I could change 2,000 people's lives, but as long as I made enough impact in someone to completely change like their mindset and like make a huge enough impact to where they can believe in themselves for the rest of their life and do something with it, that alone, even if it's one person, that would be awesome. But yeah, like I want to continue helping as many people as I can in the personal training, and I've been getting a lot better as far as like training people and dieting and stuff like that. So just using that, I kind of want to push more like people who want to compete. I found a lot of people who want to compete out here, and pretty much just like any level of like beginner, intermediate, and advanced athletes. I kind of want to just pretty much, how do you say it? Just like, I want to push more like people who want to compete out here, and pretty much just like any level of like beginner, intermediate, and advanced athletes. I kind of want to just pretty much, how do you say it? Just like, I want to push more like people who want to compete out here, and pretty much just like any level of like beginner, intermediate, and advanced athletes. I kind of want to just pretty much, how do you say it? like pretty much just level them up.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever they're doing now, I just want to level them up.
Yeah.
So
help them get to wherever that next bar is at the end of the day.
Yeah, because my main thing is like mindset. So like as long as I get that in their head, they can pretty much do whatever they want. You know,
Gotcha.
They can be whoever they want in life.
That makes sense.
So,
well, you definitely kept me accountable through 75 Hard. I was with you throughout the whole transition, really.
Yeah.
You know, multiple times a week. So you're good at it as far as working with somebody, keeping their head in the game, and getting them walking through. Definitely, because there were plenty of times I wanted to quit that. I won't even lie. Yeah. Throughout the whole thing, there's multiple times, especially the end. But yeah, you're good at working with people and setting their mindset, setting them on a good track, and helping them get results and keep their head in the game at the end of the day. So that's a great goal. Yeah, so going into 2022, it's just about impacting people, period.
Yeah, I mean, I have other goals as well. Besides that, you know, obviously I want to make more money day trading. I just started real estate school, so I want to get into real estate. My goal in real estate, I want to be able to buy my first investment home in a year. That's my goal. I already told myself I was going to do it. So, and I'm going to be competing as well in bodybuilding this year. So my goal is obviously to go pro. What other goals do I have? I have like a money goal that I want to hit for next year. Yeah, those are pretty much all the main goals.
As far as the real estate side, I used to see a lot of females do this. I haven't seen many males. There's been a couple, not many, as far as being your fit real estate agent. Because a conversation piece, a lot of people want to talk about how to get in shape, how to lose weight, how to look better for the summer and everything else. Those are great conversation starters while you're getting into real estate. And then real estate comes into being a part of that as well. It's like, that's why on this show we don't like just throw real estate up down people's throats. I like bringing people on like yourselves and get into other things. But then real estate ends up being the conversation anyway with other people. So that definitely makes sense. Do videos and everything else. You're a fit trainer showing off the sexiest homes in Vegas. That'd be super awesome. My head's going like right here with it. Yeah, definitely coming in and like, let me open this door. Get this gun out of the way.
Check out this restroom. Look at the lighting in here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's what that's the kind of stuff that sells at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, folks, you might need a gun rack in this room.
I don't come with a house.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's good stuff. So people are going into, I think, like I said at the beginning of the show, this is a great time. People interested in getting involved in fitness, whether watching, they're seeing your online coaching, or they're local here in Vegas. What are the best ways to get a hold of you?
I have an Instagram.
Okay.
It's Ricky El Ray Marin, and then we'll post it down in the comment or in the description below. Yep. And phone number as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Sure. Phone number is 307-696-9235. You guys can give me a call, text. Those are pretty much my main ones.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And Katie herself, she works out with Ricky. So all the girls out there looking for a hot bod like this, you know, hit him up. He's definitely the man to talk to. And like I said, he helped us out tremendously with 75 Hard. And this guy definitely knows his stuff. If you want a hot body for 2022, hit my man Ricky up, everybody. That's Shaking Up with the Sharks. Rick, thanks for coming on, my friend.
Coming on.
You got it. Till next time, we'll see you.
Shaking It Up with the Sharks. Starring Johnny Richardson and Katie Meadows.